The Elimination Chamber. It's one of the most brutal, unforgiving structures in WWE history, and this Saturday, 28th of February, live from Chicago, Illinois. It's the last chaotic stop on road to WrestleMania. And look, people, this isn't just another premium live event, or PPV if you will. This is where dreams get made, or they get shattered. We're not fancy booking today. No. I'll give you my official predictions for swing every single match on this absolutely super stacked mega card from TKO. And I've got some properly bold calls for you, because we're going to break down the path for veterans like Randy Orton, who are looking for one last bite at the cherry. What the fuck? Moving on, and how rising stars like the incredible, very bouncy Javon Evans, because he bounces. He likes bouncing, I guess, could shock the entire planet and punch or kick, because he kicks more than punches, their ticket to grand stage of them all. The implications are massive. The stakes have never been higher, and Chicago's going to be absolutely buzzing. Right, then, let's start with the Icy's Heart match. Right, let's kick things off with a match. You know, it's probably not going to actually start a show, but why not? Let's have it be the first thing I discuss. It's AJ Lee versus the man Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which is pretty cool, actually. I think Women's Continental Championship's been a good, sort of solid title, and I thought Lyra's run of it was excellent. I'm still sort of wondering what happened to the idea of, like, doing a proper payoff to Becky versus Lyra versus Bayley, but whatever. Whatever. This feud apparently has been bubbling away since last year. I sort of blacked out for some WWE stuff because it's been really boring. I never actually watched the Seth, Becky, CM Punk, AJ tag match, but I do think it confirms that they are all actually friends in real life. You know, but regardless of that, this match is important because we're in Chicago, AJ Lee's hometown, and the fans will be going, sort of difficult what to say here, because I don't want to say the obvious words, but they'll be very loud. They'll be loud for it probably. But here's the problem. He hasn't wrestled a singles match in a long time, and Becky is a really good worker, but AJ was never a top level worker even back in the day. So I really don't know how this is going to go, because I don't think this should be a particularly long match, and I think the obvious finish is Becky to lose, but AJ doesn't strike me as someone who's necessarily going to work every week. But hey, who knows? It'd be a cool moment, and that's all Tigo really gives shit about. Moment, having moments, people, moments, fairy tales in Chicago. So yeah, I think AJ Lee's going to win this match. And then we go on to a match which is sort of heated. It's CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the heavyweight championship. And here's the problem. I generally like Finn Balor. I really do. But it's like, you know, you need to show us that he's at this level, because CM Punk's going to win. I mean, it's not even up for debate. It's sort of like, yes, in some regard, Balor versus Punk versus Reigns be a cool match at WrestleMania, but WWE doesn't want to do that. I mean, they just had last month, they had Sami in Saudi Arabia at Royal Rumble, which was rubbish, by the way, and Sami didn't win. And the idea that, Finn's going to win this, is like, no, he's not. He's just not going to win it. It'll be a good match, but I don't think WWE's done anything which we can trust them to actually change plans. I mean, like I said, a few years ago with Sami at Elimination Chamber 2, where he could beat Roman and he didn't, because they don't want to change their plans. They're very stuck on their plans at the moment. And, I mean, I'm sure it'll be a good match, but I also think Balor was so lukewarm for so long that the only way to really do this would be a prolonged push over a long period, but they sort of skipped that. But I'm sure it'll be a good match. And hey, maybe that fucking crate will have something to do with it, I don't know. But Punk's going to win. And then we've got the match which probably will start a show, but might not. I don't know. TKO doesn't make any goddamn sense. But it's probably the best match of the show, because the women's been destroying in WWE recently, much more than men. And this lineup is stacked. We have, like, a super stacked lineup. We have Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Kiana James. And winner of this match gets a match against Jade, maybe. I don't know, depending on who Liv chooses. Which, I mean, we know Liv is going to choose Stephanie Vaquer, but she might not. She might choose Jade, because they might be like, hey, you know, she might choose Jade even. Fuck. But anyway, whatever. Probably Io's going to be the last person in this match, because, like, that makes sense. But let's break this down a bit. Apparently, like, consensus is that Tiffany or Rhea might win. I don't think they're going to do that for Rhea because I think they're clearly working that story of her and Io. I'm going to say, I don't actually know. I mean, because I think Asuka Jade would be a good match, but it's all that stuff with Jordan they're working to as well, and Mia Yim, and I don't fucking know who's going to win this. Fuck it, Kian James, why not? Why not Kian James? Because, like, I mean, probably it'll be Tiffany Stratton, probably, but, like, here's the thing, like, I think this would be a great match, and I think it would be a really cool thing, but I don't really care who wins this, because Jade hasn't really done anything as champ, and I don't think WWE's particularly good at the moment, so I think the option that make me cool list is probably Kian James, because then you can bring Gila into it as well. I suppose Asuka versus Jade be good, but it also feels sort of like, where's the bids that? Like, there's no real, none of these people really feel like they have anything to do with Jade. I mean, fuck it, Alexa Bliss, why not? Because I think Alexa Bliss Jade, you get height difference, you get some cool stuff, potentially, and then you get Charlotte aspect, and Alexa versus Charlotte after Mania, probably really cool. Yeah, let's say Alexa Bliss, that's who I want to win. Who do I think will win? Tiffany Stratton, probably. And then we come to the last match of the evening, probably, which has, like, a cool lineup. And, I mean, shit, we all know Brock's gonna be the sixth man, because why not? Like, he'll just decide, because, like, they don't really have any continuity with Brock. It's sort of like, hey, his last match before he left on his hiatus was, hey, Cody, I respect you, I'm gonna put you over. And then he comes back against Cena, and fucking Heyman is managing him. And then Heyman sometimes doesn't manage him, sometimes does, and he's with Vision, but he's not with Vision, and it doesn't really make any fucking sense, but, like, they don't give shit for Brock anymore, but all they really want is Brock to try and hit Javon Evans with German suplex. Javon literally does 6:30 sell-off, which, as far as they're concerned, they'll be like, yeah, that's cool. But out of these people who could theoretically win match, I mean, Javon Evans is not winning this. Like, the WWE stupid mindset is sort of like, hey, you're in match, hey, that's a promotion, but we're not going to do anything with you before or afterwards, despite the fact you're bouncy, which is a terrible gimmick to someone who had a cool gimmick in NXT. Trick has everything possible to win this match. He's actually really charismatic, he's a good in-ring worker, he's generally over, but he's not going to win match because you have to pay his dues, because of course he does, and also they're not going to put against Drew at WrestleMania because he's a heel. We know Jacob Fatu is probably going to be involved in a match against Drew at WrestleMania, so they're going to want to do that. They're probably going to want to have Two-Face versus heel, because that's WWE logic going back to 2001 with Kim Ring with Steve Austin versus Chris Jericho and Stevie Richards. And LA Knight's not going to win it because they don't give a shit about LA Knight. And biggest win of his career against Seth Rollins was part of an angle which makes LA Knight look like an idiot, a complete moron in every conceivable way. That he hasn't actually tried getting proper revenge on Seth Rollins for that shit. But also Seth going like, I'll fake a knee injury and lose, and then just so I can trick Punk, which is fitting in Seth's character, but also makes Seth's character look like a fucking idiot. Randy Orton could win. I mean, Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre would actually be pretty damn cool. Or Randy could just insert himself into a match with Roman at WrestleMania, and Punk, which will also be cool, but he's probably not going to win because they're going to want to probably have Cody versus Drew and Jacob, and Cody wins again, so they can do Randy Cody feud after Mania, and probably do a Sammy Cody feud because Cody's being a goddamn fucking heel recently, and he really needs his goddamn mouth shut. And Sammy being one to do that would be cool, but they like Finn Balor, they don't really warm Sammy up properly. No, the winner's match is probably going to be Brock Lesnar because, and I mean, I'll be honest, like Brock versus Drew with an actual crowd would be amazing, and then you still do Cody versus Jacob on Young card. I mean, generally, like a proper Brock Drew match would be outstanding because they didn't really get a chance to have one at the COVID Mania. That's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be Cody, because why the fuck not, I guess. On few people Brock will actually lose to at this point, it seems. And anyway, there's my main event prediction. Cody Rhodes, unless Brock Lesnar's in the match, in which case Brock Lesnar will win. And there you have my predictions for this show. Becky Becky Lynch. No, Becky Lynch loses to AJ. Punk beats Finn Balor, because of course he's going to beat Finn Balor. Alexa Bliss wins the Chamber, because why the fuck not? And Cody wins the Chamber, unless Brock Lesnar's in there, in which case Brock Lesnar beats Shaft. F1 wins Chamber. And that's my predictions. But hey, maybe you guys have different predictions. Maybe you are burnt out on WWE. Maybe you actually are invested in this product and know what storylines are properly, as I don't. So if you do have any predictions, let me know in comments. Maybe I'll reply some comments. I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this rambling nonsense, do me a favour, hit that like button and subscribe, because I'll probably be covering more wrestling up WrestleMania. I didn't cover the Rumble because it was shit and I didn't want to, but WrestleMania season, maybe something happened. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you for my review of this next week, I guess. Okay, bye.